If you think Galamsey does not concern you, watch this. Let's talk about the health impacts of illegal mining, also known as Galamsey, and why this menace must be addressed promptly. Our water bodies, which serve as the primary source of drinking water and irrigation for crops, are being contaminated with heavy metals such as lead, mercury, and arsenic. Consuming these metals over a long period of time can lead to poisoning, which can in turn cause infertility, hearing and visual loss, immunosuppression, cardiovascular diseases, etc. 2. Respiratory problems from air pollution. Galamsey operations release massive amounts of dust and toxic fumes, exposing those who live in those communities to polluted air. And this could potentially lead to respiratory problems such as bronchitis, silicosis, and even lung cancer if the exposure is long enough. 3. Contaminated food supply. Toxic chemicals from illegal mining leach into our soil and our water sources and end up being absorbed by our crops and fish, which you and I end up consuming nationwide. And chronic consumption of these foods can lead to kidney failure, liver damage, and neurological problems. Let's talk about the impact on our children. The Pediatric Society of Ghana released a communique addressing the long-term effects of illegal mining on the health of our children. These include delayed speech, delayed language acquisition, birth defects, learning disabilities, a poor quality of life, and even, yes, apparently some children accidentally fall into these mining pits and end up. So now, do you still think illegal mining does not affect you? Forget about political parties.
This is what I have been talking about. People think Galamsey only affects those that their areas are affected. Galamsey doesn't only pollute the water. It doesn't only destroy the environment. It doesn't only destroy the ecosystem of the environment where the sites are situated. Galamsey's effect, it's very serious. People are taking this issue for granted. Like the lady said, forget about the politics people are playing with Galamsey and then think about the short term, medium term, and long term effects of Galamsey. This water that you have been drinking in your homes, most of the water, 80% of the water, are waters that are situated at these Galamsey prone areas. These are the waters that are filtered. These are the waters that are treated for us to drink. You are staying in Accra and you are thinking that Galamsey only affects those areas where the lands are. You are joking. If you have such thoughts, you are joking. The pipe, the water that you are drinking, your drinking source of water is coming from these sites. It's coming from the river Ankobra. It's coming from the river Brim. It's coming from the river Pra. It's coming from all these rivers that are polluted because of the activities of these Galamseyers. And we think that this is just cool. And the most annoying part of it is that some of us or some of you guys are following politicians defending this canker, this Galamsey menace. These politicians that you are defending, they have visas, they have passports. If today our water bodies are destroyed and we do not have access to water to drink, these people can move from this country to other countries where they will get safe water. If it is about importing water or drinking water that has been imported, there's a video that I will still show you. Imported water, costs as expensive as 13 cedis, whereas our normal water costs 150 pesos. So you choose the kind of water to buy.
This is imported water, 13 cedis, 50 pesos. This is water made in Ghana, 1 cedi, 50 pesos, inside Marina Mall. So next time you don't understand how infuriating this thing is, ask yourself if you can afford this for the rest of your life if your water is contaminated.
Yes, you choose the water to buy. These politicians, these people that you are defending, they can afford those water. If right now it happens that our water bodies cannot feed us, they cannot, help us again. Our water is polluted to the extent that it cannot be treated again, and for that matter, we should import our drinking water. These people that you are defending, they can afford, they can buy. Even if they are to buy 100 bottles of such water, the 13 series water, they can afford it. How about you? This is what we are trying to talk about. This is what we are trying to say, that the Galamsey effect, its bad effect, is not just the short term. You will not see it now. You might not see it now. You will see it in the next 10 years. You will see it in the next 5 years. And we are on social media defending political parties. These political parties, all they are thinking of is either to retain power or to, get into power. And they are not condemning it. The leadership of these political parties are not condemning it. They are rather trying to make it look like they are concerned about us. They go to the Galamsey constituencies, the Galamsey areas, and they tell the people that they are not coming to cancel Galamsey. They tell the people that they are not coming to destroy Galamsey. They tell the people that they are not coming to cancel small-scale mining, but they are coming to regulate it. The annoying part is that the political party in power is not even doing anything about it. The political party in power that has access to everything. They have access to the security, they have access to the executive, they have access to virtually everything. They are not doing anything about it. They are not doing anything about it. I just don't get it. Why some of we Ghanaians, we are trying to dig our own grave. Yesterday, the Ghana Journalists Association had their annual award ceremony, and their president gave a very beautiful speech telling the president to his face that he has failed to solve the Galamsey problem, even though he pledged that he will put his presidency on the line.
We are aware that some time ago, Mr. President, the father of the nation, made a firm vow to stop Galamsey. But regrettably, that promise has not been fulfilled, Mr. President. You are barely 3 months until the end of the administration, and we are hopeful that you will deal with the situation before you leave office. Thank you, thank you. Now, Chairman, Your Excellency, we still maintain that a state of emergency must be declared over our water bodies and all planned and active mining concessions. We still maintain that a state of emergency must be declared over our water bodies and all planned and active mining concessions overlapping with river buffers should be abrogated, and all mining activities within 100 meters buffer of all rivers and streams should be halted with immediate effect. We also reiterate that LI 2462 should be repealed immediately.
Now, after he said this, there is another video circulating showing that the president is not really happy about what the man said in his speech.
Now, Professor, our very dear friend, and it's a long time that we met, but we thank God that you are struggling on serving Ghana in another way.
So this is Zanado confronting the GJA president. You could see his demeanor shows that he is not happy with what the man said in his speech, telling him to his face that Galamsey is destroying us, telling him in his face that they should withdraw the executive instrument that seeks for miners to mine in our forest reserves. He's not happy because the man said it to his face that he should try and then declare a state of emergency where all the Galamsey or all the mining activities happening in this country will be put to halt so that we know the best way to mine. This is what the man said, and the president posture shows that he is not happy. Now, fast forward, it was the time for the president to give his speech at the GGA ceremony, and he didn't mention even Galamsey in his speech. A president of the country, almost everybody is discussing about this Galamsey issue. Today at the church, most of the churches preached about Galamsey, preached about the bad effect of Galamsey and the reasons why we should stop this Galamsey. Most of the churches preached about this issue, but the president had the opportunity to address this issue at the GGA ceremony. He never mentioned anything mining in his speech. So this shows how unconcerned these politicians are as far as this Galamsey is concerned. So it is about time that we, the people of this country, we the youth especially, put issues in our own hands and then solve this issue. We should forget about these political parties and then look at the right way to make sure that we solve this issue. These politicians, they are in for their own political interest. They either want to come to power or they want to retain power. None of them is condemning this Galamsey Act. You can track their campaign. You can follow them during their campaigns. I mean, social media is there. Videos have been flowing on the media. You can check from there. None of them has categorically condemned this Galamsey. None of them have come out to say that when we come to power, we are going to put a stop to Galamsey. All they are saying is that they are not going to stop Galamsey, but they are going to regulate it. How are you going to regulate it if the cankers, they are still at the site? Look at our water bodies. All our water bodies are destroyed. All our water bodies looks like Milo with milk. This is so serious, and people are drinking this water. People are in our villages drinking this water. Most of the villages, this is their source of water. This is the water they drink from. This is the water they used to cook. This is the water they used to bath. This is the water they wash with. They do not treat it. They just take it like that. So we should stay in Accra here and think that Galamsey is affecting those at the villages. A time will come, you will give birth and your children will not have ears. You will give birth and your children will not have arms. You will give birth and your children will not have legs. We are going to give birth to deformed children some years to come. So we shouldn't think that Galamsey is just, it's just a mere act that affects some group of people. Eventually, it has very, very negative effects on all of us. It has effect on our health. It has effect on the health of the plants. It has effect on the health of the water bodies. It has effect on the health of the aquatic animals, the fishes in the sea, the fishes in the rivers, the fishes in the lakes. Galamsey has bad effect on them. So let's come together and show these political parties that we are not happy. Let's show our leadership. Let's show the government that we are not happy with this Galamsey menace, because it is going to affect us badly in some years to come. That is why I'm inviting you on the 3rd to 5th of October. Join us, let us demonstrate. Join us, let us walk from Okonglo to Kwame Nkrumah Circle to demonstrate, to show these leaders that we are not happy with this Galamsey menace. Thank you very much for watching. My name is MC Kafi. Kindly subscribe to the channel and then put me on post notification so that whenever I drop any video, you'll be the first person to be notified. Also follow me on all social media platforms. It is Royal Jimmy Trends. I'm off.